What is going on, everyone? Welcome back in to North of 7 Cards. Now break number 15 here of the Bowman Chrome University Hobby. Let us know in the chat, who are we looking for in this one? There we are. Box here. Let's get into it, and it is resume season. It is the time when, especially, we've got fascinating case study of the 12-team playoff. 4-team, obviously, a couple years ago had like that Florida State team that didn't get in because they lost Jordan Travis. Now we've got two fun cases here for the playoff. Two teams that won't be playing championship weekend. Dylan, looking for some Michael Van Buren. Hopefully better than that goal to go interception. That was pretty brutal, right to Bowman. Lurked on him. Good luck, everyone. Last one. Let's hit some bangers. Now we got two teams, Texas and Ole Miss, have very interesting cases for if they deserve to be in the playoff or if they fit the criteria. And again, we did see a team in Florida State a couple years ago that won the ACC, lost their quarterback, and were deemed unworthy for the 4-team. Now with 12, with it expanded, Texas has 3 losses. I mean, kind of have the range of last week 1 to Ohio State, which is by no means a bad loss. The best team in the country. Also lost to Florida. I can't remember who the third loss is off the top of my head, but they have 3 losses, and Steve Sarkisian is definitely making his case. He's getting the cover letter together of why Texas deserves to be in the playoff. And then Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin just gone. Already listed on LSU's website. It's already their head coach. Do they punish an Ole Miss team for losing their head coach? It doesn't really seem fair, but also wasn't really fair to Florida State. We'll just have to see. Here's box number 1. Good luck, everyone. There's an X Factor, Van Buren. Early start there. Holstein, Denzel, Boston, 205 of 275. Boston. Playbook, Levitt, Parker, Jennings. I still don't think they would have won anything. Luke Wysong, 17 of 150. The auto for Wysong. So I remember, I think they played Georgia in their bowl game that year and got smoked. So maybe they made the right choice in that spot. Leaks lettered up. Dawson Pendergrass. 240 of 325. Pendergrass. Underwood, Jelly, Hauser, Bishop on the shimmer, Acropolis Levitt, Harris, Bala, Grayson James, 337 of 350. Yeah, I was on the fence with Florida State. I think if you punish Ole Miss for losing their coach, I don't really think that's fair in the 12-team playoff. Like, they were number 8. Pabula, and the auto to Alice Wilson, 223 of 299 for Wilson. I don't know why, to me it doesn't make sense, but almost the Florida State one feels more excusable to me. Path to Glory Childs, Sanders. And it is too bad. They do. I feel like there needs to be something done with the movement. Like it should be happening after the season. Like there should just be like a grace period, a freeze on movement during this time, because I don't know, to me Lane Kiffin does deserve the chance to go on a playoff run with that team, but he kind of, his hand was kind of forced that he had to make that decision, and I guess had to leave based on, or at least what was said to us from the athletic director. I don't even know. I feel like that was coming like third hand of like someone told the athletic director, or the athletic director told someone that he wasn't allowed to coach. Yeah, portal window. I like that. And I think it's because the few years, these are still the first few years of like the NIL era, and the portal era. But I would imagine they move some stuff around so we don't have this happen. Oh, we're doing T, 6 spots in this one. Let's get you some bangers in this one. Sean Bishop, 63 of 350. I did. That was the interception. I can't remember who that was, but that was a weird deflection. But yeah, a big win, solidify those playoff chances. Parrott, Chill, not chances, but just spot, I guess. Brown, Zenya. SEC title game to prove it. There is Fernando Mendoza on the green. 9 of 99. The Hoosiers QB there, Mendoza. There we go. Nicest Mendoza I've seen so far. That's it. Nando spot. More Cropoulos, Endries, Kelly, Moss, H8, Turner, 232 of 325. Turner. I guess it's hard to move all of that for after the season, because then it kind of condenses the time where you got to move. College Rule Playbook Reed, Tracy, Path to Glory Salter, Mario Craver, 31 of 150. Blue Mini Diamond. That is true. Yeah, BYU beating Tech. That would be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I love the chaos. As someone that, I mean, obviously I don't even know if I cheer for a top 25 team. Maybe they lost the number 1 team. Darius Taylor lettered out. Keene, Moore Jr. I love the chaos. Path to Glory Parrish. You gotta make it fun and entertaining. Here's the auto forward, Dallin Hayden. Auto. I feel like there's not much chaos otherwise. Let it up. Allen, Porter, like Indiana, Ohio State's for the number 1 seed. Georgia, Alabama, that'll be seeding. Like the Texas thing, that is, it's gonna be a case study now. And I don't love the way Sark's going about it, but I understand advocating for your guys and advocating for your team, and not penalizing them for scheduling a hard game like Ohio State. I'm sure they thought that one would go a little bit differently, but Sane also deserves a lot of credit. Like, he threw an interception early in that game and locked in after that. Like, I mean, really, I wasn't that confident, but the Tate touchdown was just, that was the backbreaker. I feel like the committee just kind of needs, like, you know, I'll throw my hat in the ring. I think you need someone that just, like, will sit down and watch every Saturday, which I feel like is not the committee. It's like, cause it's one of my favorite, the 100 guys in a bar theory. Like, have them figure it out. It would come to a better, more rash decision. Or, sorry, not a rash, rational decision. Box 3. Here is the auto. It is Jarek Gibson. Hook'em horns. Gibson auto. Underwood, Kenny Johnson, Stellato, Keene, Nate Johnson, 111 of 350. For Johnson. That's why it's almost like their fail-safe should almost be a play-in. Miller Moss, Hardy, Acropolis, Johnson. We've talked about that before, too. Expanding the playoffs isn't going to make this a difference. Harrison Wallace the third, 32 of 50. Neat gold shimmer. 12 is the perfect number because getting a top 4 seed actually means something. If you did 16, what does that matter? What does it matter about, you know, winning your conference or, you know, having that really good record? Wisner, really good resume. That's what, instead of record, I like to say resume. Lewis Bond, 9 of 325. Your resume isn't just about the wins and losses. It's about how you get there. Just so funny in a sport to, like, almost turn it into figure skating or gymnastics. Matier, Alejado, you are judging these teams. Malagoa, Gold Shimmer Chase Soul, 44 of 50. Gold Shimmer Soul. There's the Dean's List case hit. It is Kevin Jennings. Yo, Sam, you coming through. Dean's List Jennings. Oh yeah, getting the big stadiums a part of it, and yeah, it's like it doesn't. We don't really need it. If anything, just start the playoffs sooner. Path to Glory Allen, Sellers, Stewart lettered up, Isaac Brown 10 of 350. It's almost like give those teams that are gonna make the playoff the conference championship. It's Brown out of 350, Yellow Mini Diamond. And then give, like, just make it like a, I guess, a plan, kind of, for all of these, like, borderline teams. Ba, DeGraff, but then that just moves it down the line. trying to think of like you do 16, you have I was gonna say like some kind of plan or something, so teams can still win a regular season championship, but it doesn't mean as much. Like you get into the playoff if you make the conference championships game, but then like then you have some like not so great teams that make it in. I don't know what they do. They got to figure something out though. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Bama loses, and then they also have great wins too. That's why it must be simple and fun for a team like Indiana or Ohio State. Like, you're going to the playoff. College Road Playbook, Underwood, Jenkins. Like, no matter what, you're making it. Frazier, just depends where. Troy Stellato on the Blue Mini Diamond Auto, 65 of 150. Love it. Pat Glory, Holstein, Price, 23 of 25 at College Rule Playbook for Sam Levitt. Jenkins, Denzel, Boston, 94 of 150. Austin. It's like they have these talking points with weeks. Ooh, there is a Bryce. There we go, Bryce Underwood. Campus Star Signatures. I hope next year they take the training wheels off and let this guy rip it. He's also going to be a 19-year-old sophomore, so he's still young, and I get it. You don't want to put him in a bad spot, but I hope next year he's unleashed. I said there for the Underwood spot. Stone, Grayson James, Parker, Gropolis Underwood, Nolan Simmons, 162 of 225. Simmons. Michael Van Buren Jr., 192 of 275. There you go, Van Buren. Dylan. We're looking for some ink. Still got plenty box to go. Pavia, Perbula, Jelly. What do we do with Vandy? 62 is 75. Purple Shimmer, Billy Edwards Jr. PCS computer rankings. It might make more sense at this point. That it's more of an algorithm than anything. Tracy, box 5. Oh, but Avery Johnson, yeah, the super. That was a sweet hit. The automatic bids, I do think you're right of like, is it, and I don't even think it's relevant now. Especially because you do want to, like, I don't even know if this is narrative, like if they would deserve to get in, but I wonder if the committee does take into account, and based on Sarkeesian's plead of like, you want teams to schedule good out-of-conference games. They're not playing like Liberty and the Citadel. So you like put them in to set the example of like, sure they have 3 losses, but I mean, they lost to Ohio State was one of them. And then like they beat A&M. It feels like one of the more complicated years. Maybe this is just every year, but this year in particular does feel way more up in the air at this point. Path to Glory Beck, Ashlock, Laddered Up Concepcion, Jacoby Jackson, 13 of 50. Gold Jackson. Oh, Bo next first out of 10. Now that's a couple years ago now. 73 of 325. Ty Simpson. Roll Tide there, Simpson. Allen, Malagoa, Stewart, auto for Cedric Alexander. Alexander auto. Green, Taylor. 1 of 99. Taylor. Nussmeier, Pendergrass, Barney Jr., Jonah Coleman, 5 of 25. Orange Shimmer Coleman. Johnson Acropolis. Here is the 62 of 99. It is Nick Harbor. The campus visit auto out of 99. Not seen one of those yet. Got there the Harbor spot. Campus visit auto. Thought they really judged that up from last year. Let's hit there for Harbor. Lisner, Stellato, Williams, Matier. Box here, number 6. And you can see the physical raw talent is there. Oh god, I forgot about DJs. here. Ashlock, Pavia. Green there, Tyson Brown, 42 of 99. Brown. Hey, he was a big deal last year. I'll imagine the chases shortened a bit. Acropolis, Bula, Douglas, Martin, Harbor, Tier, Great House, 85 of 150. Joey Aguilar. Aguilar, lettered up. Lettered up, Salter. There's the auto for Malik Rutherford. Georgia Tech there, Rutherford. Reynolds, Mateo Galele, 131 of 150. Galele. Bula, Jackson, Taylor, Aaron Graves, 193 of 275. Graves. Backed. Alonzo Barnett the third, 77 of 299. Go Dukes inscription there. Barnett. Open there, the JMU. Go Dukes. At the Corey Johnson. Marshall. Second half of the case. Oh yeah, always a good, reliable one. Who'd you get in that one? Second half, Barnett, Pena, 146 of 275. Pena, go Bernard, Maryland. Hopefully you got some hits in there for you. Altmaier, Ba, Luke Wysong, 19 of 75. Purple Shimmer Wysong. Oh, RJ Maryland. I believed that Russell Maryland was someone else that I didn't know. Wisner, Keaton, Salter on the auto. Alter Auto. Son of Russell. There we go. There's the combo. Wait, the other Gronk, like, what was the one that played college? Chris? Do they all play college? I can't say I know much about the Gronkowski family. Stockton, Martin, Craver, Sellers, College Rule Playbook. Yeah, one of them was a fullback. College Rule Playbook. Gunner, the Cowboys, I remember. Lewis, Path to Glory, Marcel Reed, 286 of 325, Christopher Zena. Like a Kansas State fullback or something. Decker-to-graph, 138 of 225. DeGraff. Oh, Mark Gronowski. Guess we can even say the Gronowski. I like that. The other one. Morton, Billy Edwards Jr., Path to Glory Wisner, and the blue auto, it is Anthony Rogers with Cameron, 72 of 150. Nick Benison, he's the one that made some big plays. Not that they had to make many against that Michigan offense, but biggest Nick Benison, definitely the one I noticed. It's in there. Gronk is in there. Oh yeah, I haven't. I've seen a few, probably like 5 mascots at this point. Yeah, no autos though. It's King, Brock Becht, 309 of 350. Becht. Marcel Reed, auto for Brendan Sorsby. Sorsby auto. Holstein, Parrish, Jennings, Hunter, 243 of 299. Hunter. It's here. College Playbook. Corey Barney Jr., 196 of 325. Barney Jr. King. Lofton, Andros, Stribling, Pat the Glory Simpson, Falk, Edwards Jr., Moore Jr., Trevion Wisner, 40 of at 99. Wisner. Still on the image variation. I think I've seen that one. I think I've seen it once. Sorsby's image variation. No problem. Let's keep on. Allen. Barnett the third. Box go. And I believe 230 we're going to be ripping some 25-26 Topps basketball jumbo. Tyson, and the auto, Nate Frazier. Frazier on the auto. Sellers, Allen, Lofton, Johnson, Tucker Gleason, 87 of 225. Gleason. Moore, Parker, Stowers, Grayson, James in the auto. For James. Johnson, Diego Pavia, 22 of 50. 19 of 55 of Pavia. Him and Vandy throwing the gauntlet. Beck, Alexander, Falk. This last couple weeks been impressive. Allen. Osmeyer lettered up. Filler. Concepcion. Jarek Gibson. With Barney Jr. It is 30 of 275. Gibson. I mean, yeah, I'm okay with. I'm pretty confident saying get the call in terms of will he be there? Yeah. I think him saying Mendoza. Yeah, I think he deserves to be there. Ula, Path to Glory, Free Chance, Path to Glory, Harbor, Moore Jr., A.G. Cerner, 47 of 225 for Turner. Taylor, Back Cultural Playbook, Stribling, Cameron, Ray, Kevin Jennings, 164 of 275. Jennings. Yeah, Sam Mendoza, saying Love, and Pavia. Yeah, I think that's. I have no notes. Lula, Path to Glory, Bishop, ended up Mateer, Darian Mensa, 1 at 12 of 150. New auto there, Mensa. Cropless Perula, Eli Holstein, 96 of 99. Green auto Holstein. Yeah, I do think Simpson, yeah, at least was in that conversation. Auto Holstein, Salter, Martin Jr., Virgin Morgan, Reynolds. Oh, second to last box here. I forgot about that saying too. I was like Justin Fields when he went to Ohio State. I was like, oh hey, was a Bulldog. Moss, Thomas, Cropless, Avery Johnson, Sean Williams, 34 of 350. Williams. Yellow mini diamond. It is 8 Mycel. 22 of 350. Mycel. Yeah, they've been. You can kind of see the way they've been building towards the end of the year. Stewart, it'll be a great matchup like it always is. Albertson, Simpson, College World Playbook, Luke Reynolds. 72 of 150. Reynolds. Underwood. Tanner Koziol. 3 of 25. Orange for Koziol. Leonard Keen, Robinson, Labus, Pierce Clarkson is 69 of 99. Green Shimmer Clarkson. Stockton, Travion Wisner, 113 of 150. Mini diamond out of Wisner. Yeah, after last year, the way he finished off, I did not expect Darnold to be this good. Sellers, Reed, Simmons, gives Monroe some time to develop. Frazier, and finish off Owen McCown. In the last box, here the break. Last box, Magic. Is at least someone that you would trust. That's why he's a good backup in the way of like you trust to put him in a game. But having the year, maybe more to develop, might make him that much better. Bond, 192 of 225. Bond. King, Concepcion, Simpson, Path to Glory, Miller Moss. 76 of 299. Moss. Kitron Allen, Darian Mensa. Auto for Mensa. I still remember the terror at the Rose Bowl of him having the ball, goal to go, in, I want to say, overtime. And in that spot, they just called the wrong plays. Cropoulos, Jennings, Stowers, Haynes, Contra Playbook, Mateer, Cultural Playbook Holstein. Zenia. At the Glory Mateer. James Peoples. 80 of at 325. Peoples out of 325. Mini Diamond. King. Hakeem Williams. 58 of at 275 for Williams. Reed, Daniels, O'Neal, Sanders, Trades Green to finish off the break. Yeah, right up the middle. Yeah, I considered myself very lucky in that spot. There is Denzel. Recap here, Boston at 275, Pendergrass at a 325, at a 350, Grayson James, at a 350, Bishop, AJ Turner, at a 325, Craver at a 150, at a 350, Nate Johnson, at a 325, Bond, at a 50, Soul, Isaac Brown at a 350, 23-25, College Roll Playbook Levitt, Austin at a 150, Seth, oh yeah, at a 225, Simmons, at a 275, Van Buren Jr., at a 75, Edwards Jr., at a 50, Jacob Jackson. At a 325, Ty Simpson. At a 99, Taylor. At a 25, Jonah Coleman. At a 99, Kyson Brown. Aguilar at a 150, Lettered Up. Ukulele at a 150. Graves at a 275. Pena at a 275. Wysong at a 75. At a 325, Vecina. At a 225, DeGraff. Yeah, that is true. Roman Wilson, 4th down. At a 350 Beck. At a 325 Barney Jr. At a 99 Wisner. At a 225 Gleason. 22-50 Pavia. At a 275 Gibson. At a 225 Turner. Mini Diamond. At a 275 Jennings. At a 350 LaShawn Williams. At a 350 Marcel. 325 Koziol. At a 99 Pierce Clarkson. At a 225 Bond. Out of 325, James Peoples. Out of 275, Hakeem Williams. Appreciate you, T. We'll see you tomorrow. And for the autos, Luke Wysong, 117 of 150. 223 of 299, Dallas Wilson. Dallin Hayden. Jarrett Gibson. 32 of 50, Harrison Wallace III. 65 of 150, Troy Stellato. Cedric Alexander. Nick Harbor, 62 of 99, Campus Visit. Blake Rutherford, Alonzo Barnett III, 77 of 299. Caden Salter, 72 of 150. Anthony Rogers, Brendan Sorsby, 243 of 299. Isaiah Hunter, Nate Frazier, Grayson James, 112 of 150. Darian Mensah, 96 of 99. Eli Holstein, 72 of 150. Luke Reynolds, 113 of 150. Trevion Wisner, 76 of 299. Miller Moss, and Darian Mensah. And on the back wall, we got the Dean's List. Case hit Kevin Jennings. Take it easy, Dylan. We'll keep hunting for it. Campus Star Signatures. Bryce Underwood. And the green, nicest Nando we've seen so far. 9 of 99. Fernando Mendoza. I say selfishly go Hoosiers. Come Saturday. Big Ten title game. And with that, everyone, it'll wrap us up here for the 2025 Bowman Chrome University Football Hobby. This was case break number 15 here on December the 1st. Thank you, everyone who joined in on this one. If you were going to check out our next break in here, going down in just about 10 minutes' time at 2025-26 Topps Basketball Jumbo case break at number 10. All right, everyone, if you're going to join in on those later breaks, we will see you then. If not, take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Monday.